1876 century safe. It is the world's first planned time capsule and was organized by New York Magazine publisher Anna Diem for the U.S. Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. It was filled with 1,800 relics, including a gold pen and inkstand, a book on temperance, a collection of American signatures, and snapshots of President Ulysses S. Grant. After 100 years, it was nearly forgotten. It was later rediscovered, restored, and unlocked on the July 1976 bicentennial celebration. The Massachusetts State House Time Capsule. In late 2014, repairmen fixing a water leak at the Massachusetts State House uncovered a mysterious brass box placed by Sam Adams and Paul Revere as a cornerstone to mark the building's construction back in 1795. It was first unsealed in 1855 and some new artifacts were added. Unsealed most recently in 2015, it revealed many interesting colonial goods including a letter from George Washington and plaque by Revere. The Crypt of Civilization. Oglethorpe University's Crypt of Civilization is a huge time capsule and the work of the university's president, Thornwell Jacobs. It began in 1937 and is an underground 20 by 10 chamber filled with everything that someone in the future needs to know to interpret our world, including a language integrator to teach that alien English. It has been sealed since May 1940 and will remain sealed until the year 8113 AD. The Westinghouse Time Capsules. In the 1939 New York World's Fair about future technology, the Westinghouse Electric and Manufacturing Company built a torpedo-shaped cylinder inside a 50-foot deep immortal well on the site in Flushing Meadows. Originally nicknamed Time Bomb, a Westinghouse publicist coined the now famous term time capsule. It is scheduled to be opened in 6939 AD 5,000 years after it is buried. It includes everyday items, Beatles records, a bikini, Camel cigarettes, a plastic Mickey Mouse cup, and a letter by Albert Einstein, who wrote, "People living in different countries kill each other at irregular time intervals, so that also for this reason anyone who thinks about the future must live in fear and terror." The Detroit Century Box. January 1, 1901, Detroit Mayor William C. Mayberry sealed a copper time capsule at Old City Hall. 100 years later, new Detroit Mayor Dennis Archer finally opened the Century Box in December 2000. It contained dozens of letters written to the future. Some of the questions in the letters include, how much faster are you traveling? We talk by long-distance telephone to the remotest cities in our own country. Are you talking with foreign lands and to the islands of the sea by the same method? Other questions are a bit wacky. The Expo 70 Time Capsule. Time capsules are quite popular with world fairs. In the 1970 Expo in Osaka, Japan, electronics giant Panasonic constructed a kettle-shaped capsule designed to remain unopened for 5,000 years. It features argon gas to preserve the artifacts and a control chamber which opens the capsule for cleaning. The first cleaning was in 2000, and it will open every 100 years. All the stuff was proposed by citizens, including ceremonial kimono, a slinky and even the blackened fingernail of a survivor of the 1945 Hiroshima atomic bomb. The Juneau Time Capsule. Juneau is the state capital of Alaska, and the building includes an observation room for visitors for its own time capsule. First closed off in 1994, the 9 by 6 foot chamber is packed with thousands of pieces of memorabilia, interesting and personal, contributed by citizens. The capsule is scheduled to be open in 100 years. The Future Library. Scottish artist Katie Patterson's Future Library is a literary time capsule meant to last a century. It began in 2014, and each year a new author will be invited to submit a novel, poem, or other written text. In 2114, the entire collection will be published all at once, no doubt posthumously for many of its contributors. A forest of 1,000 trees has already been planted outside Oslo, Norway to supply the paper for the printing. The interesting thing about this is that all the authors are forbidden to share their work until the unveiling 100 years from now, literally writing for an audience in the future. Time capsule buried to preserve science for the ages. It doesn't look like much, but this metal bottle contains buried in an Arctic island is stuffed with artifacts that sum up science and technology in 2017. It can remain underground, undisturbed for 500,000 years. Placed 5 meters deep in an out-of-use borehole near the Polish Polar Station in Hornsund, Svalbard, the 60-centimeter-long tube has artifacts from the fields of geology, biology, and technology. When will it be opened? When the bottle is revealed through erosion, or geographical change. So, we won't know who or when it will be opened. It is like the Voyager Golden Record phonograph records, together with a cartridge and a needle, on board the two Voyager spacecrafts launched in 1977. The International Time Capsule Society. The International Time Capsule Society is dedicated to tracking the world's time capsule to ensure that those that are created are not lost. Paul Hudson, founder of ITCS and alumni of Oglethorpe University, estimates that more than 80% of all time capsules are lost and will not be opened on their intended date. Currently the database is held at Oglethorpe University and also the Not Forgotten Library Depository, a digital library where people can document and keep their most precious memories and mementos.